Let's get into every single comic book on my pull list. I did this video a couple weeks ago, maybe it was a couple months ago at this point, but I want to update you guys because there has been some changes. We'll get into it, what I'm dropping and what I'm adding on the comic book pull list. The app that we're using is League of Comic Geeks, all right? So I get this question all the time. This is the best way to organize your comic book collection and see what is upcoming. They don't pay me to say this. I just use this app like every single day, man. Yeah, so we have 66 subscriptions on the pull list, and let's get into it. I think it does it alphabetically, but let's do it like this. All right, so of course we got to start with the Absolute series. It starts with A. It's alphabetical. All right, I don't make the rules. First one up is Absolute Batman. Of course, we're continuing it. We got the intrigue with the Absolute Court of Owls. They're kind of picking on that thread of the Martha and kind of what her relationship is to the Court of Owls. We got that tease to Absolute Robin. So yeah, of course we're picking up Absolute Batman. That's got to stay on the pull list for sure. Absolute Catwoman. That one is a recent ad. We know that Scott Snyder and Che Grayson are coming in to write this with Bengal on the art. Love Bengal stuff and Napalm Lullaby. So Absolute Catwoman is a new series that's going on the pull list. Little 6-issue miniseries out of the Absolute Universe. Very excited about that. That comes out on June 10th. So we got a long wait for that, man. I guess it's March, so it's not that long of a wait, but yeah, Absolute Catwoman, #1, we're looking forward to that. Absolute Flash, listen, the next issue with issue 13 is going to start a new arc. This could be the perfect time for you guys to jump on. If you haven't been reading Absolute Flash, I've honestly been thinking it's probably the most underrated series in the Absolute Universe right now. I really do think with issue 12, they really landed the plane. Like that first 12 issues is just a great, if you have the opportunity to binge read it especially, maybe as a month-to-month read, it was like dang, you kind of wish Jeff Lemire would pick it up a little bit. But once they started moving, once they had momentum, past like issue 8, like issue 8 onward was so good. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with the rest of the series. So Jeff Lemire's still writing it. We're going to be picking up Absolute Flash for sure, dude. Very much into that one. We got Absolute Green Arrow, of course, too. So with the announcement of Absolute Catwoman, we also have Absolute Green Arrow. This one's coming out before Absolute Catwoman. This one's on May 20th. And we know that it's going to be Ollie not in the mask. Like, who is this Green Arrow? We don't know yet because Ollie has been killed by the evil people in the Absolute Universe. So who's behind this mask? Is it Roy Harper, right? Like, what's going on? We have to see. And is it going to be Black Canary is the one who is trying to track down this killer? And yeah, got that cat and mouse game going on. We got some great creatives coming in to do this series, and I'm looking forward to that. Absolute Green Arrow. Moving on, we got Absolute Green Lantern. It's not on my pull list, guys. I think we're officially dropping it. We're unsubscribing here in the video. Absolute Green Lantern, see you later. We'll keep up with that on DC Universe Infinite. Absolute Martian Manhunter, of course, we're continuing that. Dennis Camp, Javier Rodriguez's excellent, mind-bending, trippy series. And John Jones has been split up with the Martian, but hopefully they can get back together and get their arms around this mess, dude. So yeah, we're looking forward to the finale in May, and we're looking forward to seeing what Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez do after this series. Are they taking up the Doom Patrol series? That's my dream come true, would be that. But yeah, Absolute Martian Manhunter, excellent stuff. Continuing that for sure. Absolute Superman. Of course we're going to be getting Absolute Superman. All this stuff with Absolute Parasite's really cool. We get this intrigue of Absolute Shazam coming up. We know that Absolute Brainiac's going weird, killing all of Lex Luthor's family at the barbecue grill. So yeah, man, I'm into what Jason Aaron has going on here. It looks like Juan Ferrara. Oh wait, actually, let's see, with the Shazam stuff, it's Rafa Sandoval coming back on. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. I like Rafa's stuff. And listen, if you ever want to get Juan Ferrara to come back, I'm not mad at that at all. I think Juan Ferrara has a great look. So yeah, Absolute Superman continues to be great. And of course, we're getting Absolute Wonder Woman. More greatness stuff, more greatness there from Kelly Thompson and the rest of the team. All this stuff with the Absolute Suicide Squad was really interesting. Absolute Zatanna is really interesting as well. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing the end of this arc and what the rest of the team can do as we look forward to that. So that's all the Absolute titles. So right now we got 8. Well, I guess technically we got 7 if you minus Absolute Green Lantern. Adventures of Superman, Book of L. We're continuing that because it's Philip Kennedy Johnson as he closes out his like kind of his last word on DC stuff, like his last word on the Superman timeline, his Superman work. The kind of War saga has been going for so long, and this is kind of the conclusion of that, so I'm looking forward to that. A Sword of Christ Events is my favorite anthology book on stands. It looks like they potentially, so they're taking a break in March, they're coming back in April, and there's nothing solicited after that. We know that this is an ongoing though, so it's probably maybe a little bit of a hiatus potentially or something like that. But yeah, man, A Sword of Christ Events, what Dennis Camp and Eric Zawadzki are doing in that series is just incredible stuff. Batgirl, we're loving. Tate Brombal is maybe potentially right back up to that first arc that I really loved. I was highly rating that first arc. So now that Cassandra Cain has the power to control blood, like, all right, man, I'm into that. So hopefully they can keep that one going. This Batman series, dude, this is the Hush 2 stuff, so I'm gonna drop that. We're dropping that. We're unsubscribing, guys. I don't care about Hush 2. I don't care about Hush 2 at all. But of course, the Matt Fraction Batman series, we're gonna be picking that up. I've been loving Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. I think that it's got this really classic feel to it, where every issue has like continuation from the previous, but every issue can kind of go in and it's its own story. And it's kind of cool how Matt Fraction is kind of pacing out the series. It's been a real fun month-to-month read with Batman. So yeah, gonna continue that for sure. Batman Green Arrow, The Question Arcadia, that's just a little 4-issue mini, so that'll be over before you know it. It looks like they got a little bit of a, so the next issue coming out in May, so a little bit of a break on that one. This is cool. A new DC Next Level series with Batwoman. I love Kate Kane. I think she's so badass. I just read, actually I'm sitting next to it right now. Got the Batwoman Elegy that I read in last month. Ended up loving it a lot. So Greg Rucka coming back to the Batwoman character, I'm totally in for that, man. So this one is definitely an add to the pool. We got Renee Montoya coming back in, dude. My favorite, like a top 5 character out of DC. So I'm looking forward to that one. Batwoman, that's going to be fun. Bizarro Year None. So this is going to be a sort of like a Bizarro Year 1 sort of story, but it's written by it's written by Kevin Smith. So this is kind of interesting. Kevin Smith coming back into writing comics in a big way recently. He's got some Jay and Silent Bob stuff. He did that crossover for Green Arrow and Daredevil in the Deadpool Batman crossover, I believe. So yeah, Kevin Smith doing a Bizarro series, cool. I'm in for that. And Bizarro Year 1 coming out on April 1st. Black Tower, The Raven Conspiracy. This is a DC Vertigo series from Rom V. Mike Perkins. It's all about wizard spies in World War II. Okay? I'm not going to say anything else, man. I'm just in. That's sick. Mike Perkins on the art, Rom V on the writing, wizard spies in World War II. I'm in. Sounds good to me, dude. Bleeding Hearts, loving it. Loving what Dennis Camp and Stepan Moran are doing with this one. Imagine if there was a zombie who had empathy and didn't want to eat humans, and he's turning more into a human himself. I've been loving it, man. That's a great kind of the twist on the classic zombie formula. So yeah, Bleeding Hearts, we're keeping that one going for sure. Captain America is the first Marvel series on the pull list that we're talking about, man. Chip Zdarsky is really just surprised. Well, it's not surprising that he's good at writing Captain America. It's amazing to me, I guess is how I would put it. Like every issue, like look at that first arc, dude. All the 4.5s out of 5. Like excellent stuff. And he's just keeping it going, even though we have a different art for the second art. We have a different artist for the second arc. I still think it's got the same kind of vibe, right? So they're continuing it. It's just been excellent stuff, man. As Captain America has gone back into Latveria to kind of finish what he started from back in the day with dealing with Doom for the first time. Dialoaded, continuing this fun Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans written series. Looks like the first arc is about to wrap up after issue number 6, and hopefully they can continue it going for a really long time. I'm hoping Dialoaded at least gets like 18 issues. Like that would be so sick. To give Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans the room to fully explore the world of Die, because not that I wouldn't want them to come back to it if they have a good idea for it, but I just want them to fully like explore the world. I think it's just so cool. So Dialoaded, looking forward to that. Daredevil is another Marvel series that we're looking forward to. So that one's going to be written by Stephanie Phillips, who's been killing it recently, writing a ton of stuff over at Marvel with art from Lee Garbett, man. So looking forward to this Daredevil series when it starts up in April. Deathstroke the Terminator. This one, I'm picking up the first 3, all right? So I'm not like 100% sold. It doesn't have a permanent spot on the pull list. Deathstroke the Terminator, we'll see how you do when it comes out. I think it's next week. So we'll feel it out on that one. End of Life has not disappointed me, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the main character. So the main character really has to kind of turn it around. He has to have some character growth pretty quickly, or else I'm gonna get a little tired of his shenanigans, I guess you could say. Escape, dude. Rick Remender and Daniel Cunha, issue after issue, it's just excellent stuff. It looks like they're taking a little bit of a hiatus again as we see the next issues coming out in May, but listen, I'm here for it. Take all the time you need, Daniel Cunha. Take all the time you need, man. It's the most beautiful book on stands. Look how many 5 issues they got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 4.5. And then the last issue I gave a 4, but honestly, I could give it a 4.5. You ask me tomorrow, dude, I'd give that a 4.5. So yeah, Escape, excellent stuff. Exquisite Corpses. We know that Exquisite Corpses is getting a second season, they're calling it. I think that Exquisite Corpses number 13. Looks like it has a... Who are we going to find out? Who's on the cover? Is this the person who's going to be winning the whole tournament? But yeah, so Exquisite Corpses, I've been loving it. Kind of a slasher sort of series. It's just fun stuff. Like, it's not my favorite James Tynion series of all time. I think it started probably better than it is right now. Maybe a little bit long in the tooth. Like, you're kind of maybe wanting it to wrap up in issue 12, but it looks like they're going for issue 13. I guess you go for issue 13 just for the number. Like, they like the number 13. It's a whole thing, right? It's a tournament style, and they kill like one person every issue, so I get why they kind of want to stretch it out a little bit. But Fantastic Four, more great stuff from Ryan North and the rest of the team. Are we still getting Humberto Ramos? Not Humberto Ramos. That's okay though. 10 issues, man, and hopefully Humberto comes back. I think he's got a great look for Fantastic Four. It's really fun stuff there. And yeah, Fantastic Four. Like, all this stuff with the alternate version of Sue Storm, like, I'm into what's going on there. G.I. Joe? Oh, man, are we getting, like, a Duke and Optimus Prime meetup? That's sick, dude. All right, I didn't know that was happening, but that's pretty cool. From Josh Williamson and the rest of the team in the G.I. Joe series. It's been my favorite part of the Energon universe, and I love all the members of the G.I. Joe going up against the Cobras. You know, the Destro is doing his thing. You got the Cobras teaming up with the Dreadnoks, right? And we got some spies that are trying to lead the G.I. Joes. Like, Duke and the rest of the people don't know that he's actually a bad guy. A lot of cool stuff going on in the G.I. Joe series. I love it. Geiger, the last couple issues, like maybe the last issue I wasn't the biggest fan of. Just the fact that Geiger's away from his main crew. Like, he's away from Nate the Nuclear Knight. He's away from Zigzag the Zebra. He's still got Barney, which is cool. But, you know, that kind of draw of the rest of the supporting cast, we don't know too much about what's going on with them as Geiger's going on this little side mission with the Northerner. And yeah, I'm not a big Northerner fan. I don't know too much about him. High Strangeness is about to finish, so we won't talk about that. If Destruction Be Our Lot, this is a new series from Matthew Rosenberg, coming hot off of what was it called? We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. Dude, I love that series. So anything Matthew Rosenberg has got going on, I'm down for. This one's coming out on May 6th. Humanity's extinct. All that remains are the robots who once helped us. The robots who once helped us are happier now, doing their work without human interference. But not Abe. He believes there must be something out there. After nearly getting killed, he's determined to wander the earth until he finds it or gets recycled trying. Brilliant artist Andy McDonald and adequate writers Mark Elijah Rosenberg and Matthew Rosenberg bring you an ongoing sci-fi adventure about finding purpose, holding on to hope, and really lonely robots. So that sounds interesting. A world that used to have humans and robots, but now it just has robots, and you got this guy named Abe, this robot named Abe, who's going on a little sci-fi adventure. I'm down for that, man. So If Destruction Be Our Lot is definitely added to the pull list. Just like In Your Skin. This is from, I know, Adyitka Bidikar as a comic book artist, but it looks like he's trying out his writing side of things, right? So he's writing this series. I think it's a horror series, body horror meets erotic fiction in Adyitka Bidikar's debut series with Sam on the art. I really love Sam's stuff in the series Crocodile Black, so this one I'm really looking forward to seeing Adytka's writing debut with the art from Sam. That's going to be cool. Is Ted Okay is going to be a really great series when everything's said and done from Dave Chisholm. Really excited about that one. I think issue number 1 was off to a great start. Maybe single issue of the year so far. Great stuff. Justice League Unlimited, we're going to keep it going. We're hoping that they can get back to the first kind of arc where I thought it was really fun. Kind of felt like the TV show that kind of lost me a little bit. Doing all these throw-ins with the crossover events and stuff, but hopefully they can get back to what I loved in that first arc. Lobo, same thing with Deathstroke. We're picking up the first 3. We're going to feel it out, see how we feel about it. Mask. This series I'm adding to the pull list because it's part of the Energon universe. Dan Waters is writing it, and we're dropping Transformers. This is replacing Transformers, dude. So we're looking forward to checking out Mask. I'm not like I don't know what's going on with Mask from back in the day. I wasn't a Mask kid or whatever. But I know that it's an acronym that stands for Mobile Armored Strike Command. Command with a K. Yeah, so Mask, we're checking that one out when it comes out in June. Mastermind's about to end. New Titans is a kind of a rebrand of the Titans series. This is going to be Tate Bromwell and Sammy Basri jumping onto it. I really love that creative team. I think that's a great pairing. Tate Bromwell's been killing it recently, and Sammy Basri had some really great stuff in the Birds of Prey title. So it's really cool seeing Sammy Basri's look for all the Titans coming in. And yeah, I'm really excited to check this one out. The Nightwing series is having a sort of like a little relaunch as we see Dennis Cohen, legendary artist Dennis Cohen, who I just caught all of Dennis Cohen's stuff in the Question Omnibus. Dennis Cohen has an excellent look, and we'll have to see how it works for Nightwing, but I'm assuming it's going to be cool. So Dennis Cohen coming in to join Dan Waters on the Nightwing title with number 136, so that's going to be on the pull list for sure. Odin is a new series from James Tynion IV. It's Green Room meets Midsommar, and it's going to be a horror series with artwork from Margaret Bennett. Neo-Nazi punks in the frozen forests of Norway. There's this investigative journalist who is trying to look into them and try to investigate what these neo-Nazis are doing in the woods. They're trying to summon Odin, and it gets into kind of the horror kind of realm, right? So yeah, looking forward to seeing what James Tynion IV is doing in his newest horror series called Odin. Of the Earth is the new series from Chris Condon. Chris Condon is having a really, really hot streak, and this is his newest series from Image Comics. Tabitha is a woman desperate to escape her troubled past. She returns to Solitude, Texas, seeking refuge in the only place that once felt safe, her grandmother's home. So yeah, it's got Chris Condon and art from Charlie Adler, which I really enjoyed Charlie Adler's stuff in Damn Them All, I think Charlie Adler did the art for that. I'm trying to look at my trade paperback over there, but it's too far away. But yeah, so Charlie Adler's got cool art style mixing with Chris Condon's writing. I'm looking forward to, I was going to say, right, Chris Condon going back to Texas, as he did in That Texas Blood and the Enfield Gang Massacre. So getting back into the Texas crime and noir kind of vibe. I'm always down for that. Only the Savages Are Left, a new series from Zach Kaplan. This one's interesting. It's a strange virus that's spreading across the world, transforming everybody into monsters. The only cure is to kill another infected soul. When a nonviolent young man sets out from the safety of a settlement to find his missing true love, he must find the corrupted world of monsters and monster killers. A dramatic survival adventure that dares to ask what we should stand for in the monster apocalypse. So yeah, another post-apocalyptic story. I like the vibe of just a cover, right? So gives you that kind of Last of Us vibes, but going up against huge monsters and Zach Kaplan writing. Always love supporting Zach Kaplan stuff, man. So out of Dark Horse Comics, that one comes out in June. Looking forward to that. Rook Exodus, of course. I mean, there's a lot of delays, of course, with the Rook Exodus series, but you're in for the delays, man. If you're reading Rook, you guys know how epic it is. Yeah, we're excited about Rook all the time, man. So looking forward to Rook. I might drop Skinbreaker, man. I think it's gonna end with issue 8. Is that going to be the end, the action-packed conclusion? We'll keep it going just to complete it, but Skin Breaker has been really disappointing, man. Not going to lie. Great on the art, but Robert Kirkman writing. Superman's cool. We're going to be keeping going with Superman as we're getting into the dawn of the Superboys, or the reign of the Superboys. The next era for the Superman title. Because Superman is, like, cosmically in the metaverse or whatever, Superman's gone. Like, Superman is like, hey, I got to take care of something. So Lois Lane and the rest of the members of the DC Universe are like, okay, I guess we'll catch up with Superman later. But we got the reign of the Superboys coming in. So that should be pretty cool. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. Really surprising stuff after Jin Lewin Yang took over the title. I didn't know I'd like it as much as I do, but possibly better than the Jason Aaron stuff. Just because, like it wasn't bad what Jason Aaron was doing, but like the fact that the Turtles were all split up, right? And it took a little bit for it to like get going. But now that the Turtles are all together, it's like finally like, okay, dude, it's the Ninja Turtles, bro. Like we're rocking. It's giving me lots of the vibes of the shows that I used to like when I was a kid. So yeah, I would say the Ninja Turtle stuff, man. You guys got to jump on. That's some really good stuff. City Beneath Their Feet, Distillery, rest in peace. I don't know what's going on with that. The Dead Man. I'm looking forward to The Dead Man. The same creative team as Ice Cream Man, dude. So you know this one's going to be real wacky. W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morazzo, and Chris O'Halloran bringing us some wacky Dead Man content there. Excited for that one. That one might be my most anticipated out of the Next Level stuff besides the Batwoman series. Exorcism at 1600 Penn. Sorry, that was the previous series. This one's called The Exorcism at Buckingham Palace. I'm a fan of Hannah Rose May. We got another exorcism. I like the horror kind of vibes from her. So yeah, down for that one. The Flash series that we know that Ryan North is coming in. Shout out to the chat for reminding me. So Ryan North coming in. Excellent stuff. We know Ryan North has that family writing he's excellent at. Gavin Goudry is coming in on the art. And yeah, the new era for the Speedster starts there, and I'm looking forward to that. Fury of the Firestorm, right? So this is a Jeff Lemire series. That's why I'm picking it up. And I'm picking it up because he's so excited about it. You can tell that Jeff Lemire loves the Firestorm character. I don't know anything about the Firestorm character, really. So I'm going to pick it up just because I'm curious about it. We don't know if it's going to stay on the pull list for a long time, but I'm at least going to pick up like the first 3 just to see what Jeff Lemire's doing with that character. The Lucky Devils, I'm going to drop the Lucky Devils like right now, bro. I'm not going to drop it right now because I'll drop it right now. I gotta remember to let my shop know. Such a weird, I don't know, man. It's whatever. Maybe I'll keep it because it's almost over. This is the stupid part about being a comic fan. Is if it's gonna end at 9 and you're on 7, maybe you just keep it going. We'll figure it out. Anyways, Nice House by the Sea. Looking forward to seeing how that one concludes. Is it gonna be number 10? No, it's gotta conclude with number 12, right? I think it'll conclude with number 12. But Nice House by the Sea, just an excellent issue from James Tynion and Alvaro Martinez Bueno with Jordi Belair on the colors. I love the characters in that story and kind of how everything's moving. Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane Mystery. Crime and noir stuff from Chris Kahn and Jacob Phillips. Of course, I'm adding that one to the pull list or keeping it on the pull list. The Ultimates. We're looking to see how the Ultimates can close out. I'm just tired of the Ultimate Universe, bro. Like, just end it. Stop delaying it. Just end it. Ultimate Spider-Man's over. Just end it, guys. Same thing with the Ultimate Endgame. I don't really care. I thought the last issue was pretty weak. And I don't really give a shit how the Ultimate Universe ends, to be honest with you. Transformers. We're dropping Transformers, bro. I'm swapping it out with Mask. Let me know down in the comments if I'm an insane person, but I'm just not feeling Transformers anymore. Especially when Dan Moore is hopping off the title. You don't have the draw for me to keep pulling that one. Ultimate Impact Reborn. I'm so full of shit because I'm picking this up. I'm picking this up though because Chris Condon's writing it. I'm a fan of Chris Condon. I want to see what he's doing over in the Marvel Universe because it seems like Chris Condon is sort of backing away from DC. Like he still has the DC Vertigo title, right? But he's kind of leaning towards the Marvel side. Seeing all the success with Ultimate Wolverine, that's a real highlight of the Ultimate Universe. So seeing Chris Condon continue his work over at Marvel is pretty cool. And you got a Miles thing, and like I like the Spider-Man, the Incursion series was pretty good. Out of the, what was it called? Ultimate Endgame? No, it's called Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. It's actually pretty solid. So anyways, we'll keep that going just to see kind of how they continue with the Ultimate Universe, or if it has any sort of legacy, we'll just see. Ultimate Wolverine, we're gonna ride this one out till it finishes. Universal Monsters Phantom of the Opera. Dude, I loved issue 1. I think Tyler Boss has a real knack for the slasher writing. I think the artwork from Martin Simmons might be some of his best work, honestly. Like, Department of Truth has some cool stuff. The Dracula series had a lot of beautiful panels and stuff, but Phantom of the Opera was like stunning. So yeah, Phantom of the Opera, keeping that one going. Great stuff out of the Universal Monsters. Continuing with Wonder Woman, new story arc starting up. We got the Wonder War, right? So potentially this might be the last arc for Tom King and Daniel St. Pierre. We'll ride it out. We'll see if like they get a new team on it. That could be cool. Zatanna, dude, we're loving Zatanna, man. We're loving Zatanna. The fact that Zatanna's getting her own series from Jamal Campbell, writing, drawing, doing the coloring, excellent stuff. So yeah, Zatanna, that's gonna be a real fun series at a DC Next Level. We got Bug Wars on here because when Bug Wars comes back, man, we're gonna be all over it. DCKO just ended, so I guess I'll unsubscribe from that so it doesn't clog up. The Saga's on a hiatus. That stays on the pull list, but it's like whenever it comes back, it's whatever. The Power Fantasy, they say that it's over, but it's actually not. We know that the series is coming back for sure, even if it's going to be a while. And then Ultimate Spider-Man, another one that's over. So we'll unsubscribe from that. So yeah, with that being said, this is the pull list, man. So great stuff out of the Absolute Universe. We got some great indies like A Sword of Christ events. And then mostly it's DC, all right, guys? So we got Batman. We got some upcoming series like Batwoman. We got some DC Vertigo. Only Marvel really is kind of Captain America, Daredevil. I think technically Iron Man's on the pull list, but it's not on here. I gotta add that to, I think I manually pulled it, like the first couple issues, but I didn't subscribe to it yet. But Iron Man has been pretty fun. That might stay on. Yeah, man, that's kind of the pull list. I even went into some stuff that I'm dropping. But yeah, a lot of cool comics upcoming. And let's see that final number. 62, right? So ideally, I'd want to be around like the 50 mark, right? But what can you say when so many cool comic books are coming out? And yeah, you kind of just want to pull them all, man. It's kind of hard to keep it under control. But that's what I'm pulling, man. Let me know down in the comments what you are pulling. Like, what's your top 5 you gotta pull them series? Especially if none of my picks made your picks. I definitely want to know what I'm missing. So definitely let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, like if you like, sub if you love. This is of course something that I plan on doing all the time. I like letting you guys know what's on my pull list and keeping you guys up to date. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and read more comics. So for those that don't know, New Comic Book Weekly is something that I do every single Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We go over the pull list, we go over the comic book reviews, and then we do a big topic that I don't even know what we do. Like, I don't even know what the big topic is before we start recording. I decide on it like an hour before. But yeah, so join me every single Monday at 4 p.m. for New Comic Weekly. And yeah, thank you.